Hey guys, alright, what we're going to do is we're going to review a new sheath that I picked up. And you guys saw my review of my sheath that I picked up for my Bravo 1. Well, I tell you what, this knife over here looks so good in this sheath, I just couldn't resist. Because this is one of my favorite hunting blades. And due to the fact that it's got such a thin profile, and the carbon steel, this is just a beautiful knife, by the way. If you're interested in this knife, not to buy, but if you're interested in any info on this type of knife, if you guys want, I can do a review on this. And these are readily available on eBay. And this knife is over 100 years old at that. And it just fits so nicely in this sheath, I just couldn't resist. And the color coating, I just couldn't resist. Plus the style of this sheath really matches the era that this knife falls under, which is about 100 years old, this type of design. So I was in the same problem where I had a gap. I didn't have a sheath for my Bravo 1, my favorite survival blade and utility blade out in the forest. And I also said I didn't want to pay $100 for a sheath. Well, I didn't. Would I? After handling this one, I would. I was very lucky to get this at a used price. I highly recommend used for anything that you're going to use, because I mess my stuff up the first time I go out in the woods with it. And I was very lucky to find one of these used, and I picked one up. And this is made by Swinkels. Hope I'm not destroying his name, but that's how I read it. To the right, I will have a link to his blog and a way of contacting him. But he does some extraordinary work, and what he does is he combines Kydex with leather. And everybody loves Kydex. We all love how everything just snaps into place and it's in there. But I don't like the way Kydex sounds. I don't like that when I'm in the forest. And he's taking care of that problem, because he's wrapped it with leather. How cool is that? Now, I'm going to show some pictures of me wearing this, and I also show some pictures of the internals of this particular sheath. And it's just amazing how he manufactures these. I'll do a nice still shot of the inside so you guys can see how it lays in there. It's an absolute perfect fit. The thought that went into this is awesome. It also it also accepts a Swedish military fire steel, which is a nice thick steel. You can make about 40,000 fires with this thing. It's almost an unlimited resource, right on your hip. This is nice and thick, leather, hardened, goes in there nice and tight. A little hard to pull out, but that's the way you want it. But I just put a leather lanyard on it, and it just pulls right on out. For extra security, what I do is I basically loop this around, and it goes right in there, like so. It'll also take tech locks. You can mount it on your belt, high or low. It accepts a slightly larger than a 2-inch belt. He has many different types for many different types of knives, and you can probably call him and get it customized to how you like it. Whether or not he has stamps like the other individual that made this one for me, I don't know. I like the stamps. I like to be able to personalize my leather work. That's kind of cool to me. You know, you all might not dig that kind of stuff. It's not really a big deal to you, but for me, I like it. I wish I could get some stamps on mine. Whether I can or not, I don't know. I haven't contacted him. But something to maybe, if you're interested, say, hey, can you personalize this for me? Can you do some designs on it? He might be able to accommodate you. Beautiful fit and finish. He's thought about everything. I mean, look at this. It's a Kydex, so you don't really need a strapping system. But if you really worried that it was going to get caught on something, you really want to have some security, he added a leather strap to secure it. And look at this, it's got a little screw, so it's removable and replaceable. So when this thing wears out, you can replace it with a piece of leather that you cut yourself, throw your bolt back on the strap, and there you go. And it lines up perfectly with the bolt on the handle. It just goes right there, and that way you're not scratching your wood handle, Bravo 1 or whatever type handle material you have. I'm not too worried about it, but some people are. Put it there, flip it on over, and it just snaps right into place. It's not like a button that will wear out, even though the leather will wear out, but that's alright. You can replace the leather and get yourself a little snap there. Very secure. You're not taking that out. And that's how you would replace it. It just comes right out. Or you can just take it off if you really don't want it there. You just take it off. It's in essence a Kydex sheath. And Kydex sheaths don't need this if you don't want that there. I kind of like the way it looks, so I'm keeping it there. Check out his blog and check out his site. And he's also on Blade Forums, which is a fantastic resource to acquire things used. I always recommend people get things used. It also takes some tech locks. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but he's thought of everything. He really has. So this is a sheath in the more pricey range, but if you have the money to spend, I highly recommend it. It's a great purchase. The fit and finish is something that you would expect that if something that would cost actually more than $100. And the thought. So highly recommend it. 10 out of 10. If I had to rate this, 10 out of 10. I can't. He didn't miss anything. 10 out of 10. It's absolutely beautiful. Alright, hope you enjoyed the review. Any suggestions on lighting or whatnot? I'd like your comments on this video that I just did. So I'm trying to get my lighting a little bit better. That's it. Thank you.